Everyone, today we will study about the physiological adaptation in the phylum Platyhelminthes. Okay, that is this is the continuation of last class, that is the parasite and the parasitic adaptation in the phylum Platyhelminthes. During our last class we have already discussed the morphological adaptations in parasites of Platyhelminthes. In today's lecture we will study the physiological adaptation that are observed in a parasites of Platyhelminthes. Okay, what is physiological adaptation? It is the physiological adaptation is the internal body processes that regulates and maintain the homeostasis of an organism in order to survive in the environment which they are presently exist. Okay, for example, it includes temperature regulation, then release of the toxins and poisons, then release of any hormones, for example anti-freezing proteins to avoid the freezing in a cold environment, then the blood regulation, blood glucose regulation, osmoregulation. These are the some physiological processes, okay, that are observed in an organism. So how these processes will help, or what are the adaptations is observed in a parasite of Platyhelminthes? This we will discuss today. That is, they shows three important adaptations. Okay, that is the intracellular digestion, osmoregulation, and the anaerobic respiration. Okay, in the first one we will do the intracellular respiration. Intracellular digestion is said when the nutrients are absorbed through the body surface. And for example, in cystode, what happens? They lack the digestive canal, so they feed on tissue elements or the inflammatory food materials of the host. So they will all the nutrients are absorbed across the integument, to the integument, and so this process of the digestion is called as the intracellular digestion. Okay, and as we during the morphological adaptation, we have already discussed the function or the about the integument, the gain characters. Okay, so this one is the intracellular. This is about the intracellular digestion. Okay, next one is the osmoregulation. Osmoregulation is the process by which the endoparasitic parasites maintain a relatively consistency of the balance of salts, ions, and water in their body. Okay, or body or tissue or cells. Okay, and in the parasitic Platyhelminthes, what happen? For example, in the cystodes and the trematodes, maintain the same osmotic pressure as that of their host. Okay, so there is no difficulty in maintaining the life. Okay, then the next one is the anaerobic respiration. In the anaerobic respiration, for example, in the endoparasites that are live in an environment where there is more or less lack of oxygen, so they have become adapted in a low metabolic rate which require minimum amount of oxygen. Okay, while in this case what happen, in an anaerobic type of respiration, in this case where the anaerobic type of respiration is observed, they extract the oxygen from the food which is absorbed by the integument. Okay, and in the absence of oxygen, the energy is released by the fragmentation of the glycogen, which is broken by the glycolysis, and thus forms the pyruvate or pyruvic acid, has a hydrogen acceptor for the NAD, and forms a lactic acid and the carbon dioxide. So this is how the anaerobic respiration takes place. So these are the three important type of physiological adaptation observed in parasites. Okay, so once again we will revise the parasitic adaptations. What is parasite? Parasites are the organism which are found living on another organism, that is called host. From host they derive all the nutrients and all the essential materials which are required to survive. Okay, they will not kill their host, but they harm the host. Okay, what is adaptation? Adaptation is the action or process or the behavior that is which are shown by an organism in order to survive in their changing environment. Okay, in order to reproduce for the shelter, for the territory and all. Okay, so there are two type of adaptation, parasitic adaptation: the morphological adaptation and the physiological adaptation. What is morphological adaptation? In the morphological adaptation include the morphological characters. Okay, that is outer characters like body shape or the parts of the body, like locomotory organs and all. Okay, whereas physiological adaptation involves the internal organs or the processes which maintain the homeostasis of the organism. Okay, so what are the different morphological adaptation we have seen? The different morphological adaptation include the shape. First one is the body shape. Body shape of the parasite is a leaf or ribbon like, in order to adjust in a fit into the space of the host. Okay, then we have seen that the outer covering of the parasite in adults, mostly the cilia are disappeared because they are no longer useful, whereas in the larval stages they are important. They protects the cilia, protects the cyst or the larval stages. Okay, then the body is covered by the several layers of the thick cuticles, or they have the integuments which protects the body from the digestive glands, also from the abrasion, and also provides the surface area for the absorption. Okay, then they have in a morphological adaptation, parasites have developed special organs for the adhesion to where? To the substratum or the to the surface or the substratum like lumen of the host or intestinal lumen of the host, where they inhibit. Okay, from where they acquire all the nutrients. What are the different type of adhesions? Like suckers, hooks, spines. Okay, this helps the number of, there will be there will be modification of the suckers, hooks or spines as per their habitat. Okay, for example, in a tapeworm there are two type of suckers. One is present on the anterior and posterior side. Then the number of hooks will be increased, like, or decrease also as per the need of the habitat, and their hooks will be has a teeth and all. Okay, that helps in helps the parasite for the adhesion. Okay, then there is the reduction of the locomotion plus the digestive system, because there is no need, they don't waste their energy for the locomotion or the this digestion, because they get already digested food, or the nutrition is available, where the locomotion, they are fixed to one part of the body of the host. Okay, so there is no there is no locomotory organs or the digestive system will be present. Okay, then they show a highly reproductive system, the well developed reproductive system, because they save all the energy in reproduction. Reproduction is very important or very well developed in the parasite, because they will have like in order to increase the survival rate, the reproductive system is very well developed. Okay, for example, in a trematose, like trematode, what happens? In cystodes, the reproductive system is such that elaborated and mature proglottids are present. Okay, and each proglottid are sexually capable of giving rise to a normal organism or individual, each proglottid. Okay, then we have comes to next one is the physiological adaptation. In the physiological adaptation is the internal organs which are maintain all the homeostasis of the organism, that is called as a physiological adaptation. Okay, in this we have seen that intracellular digestion has occurred. Intracellular digestion is nothing but the absorption of nutrients from the surface of the body. Okay, already digested food. So this is the important intracellular digestion, because it helps the conservation of energy. Okay, then the osmoregulation is a most important adaptation which is observed in a parasite, because they need to regulate their body ions balance in their salt ions and water content in order to fit into the host environment. Okay, then the anaerobic respiration, as they are totally dependent on the other organism for their nutrients, there is a like very less availability of the oxygen, and so in order to overcome this process, they have undergo anaerobic respiration, that is the respiration in the absence of oxygen. Okay, in this what happens, they break the there is the fragmentation of the glycogen take place for the production of oxygen. Okay, so this is the parasitic adaptation, parasites and the parasitic adaptation in the phylum Platyhelminthes. Okay, thank you.